in a 1-minute paper.
In 1 minute.
So we can even do.
This one doesn't fit on the tripod.
The read and respond practice, like the next
Thank you,
day.
Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. You're on camera doing that. So Lisa, anybody who's not here is going to see your reviews.
Lisa would be going, oh, okay, that's.
Yeah, and you know what, I've used a lot of it, and I like it.
What's your favorite activity?
You know which one I think was my favorite one, and I had started it, because we had started like a vocabulary journal, but I did the vocabulary wall, and I just kept it up there, and GED went in the afternoon and used the same classroom, and they even learned new vocabulary based off what we did, so Claudia and I started sharing that. So if we seen a new word up there, we're like, okay, so what does this mean? So at the same time, it was serving both ends.
Okay. So how did you pick your vocabulary? Was it the vocabulary words?
It was
from
whatever we were doing, if we were reading something, because I used Burlington English. You know, we did the readers, and that was a lot of my listening that I did, you know, doing. They would have to read it. They would read it, they would have a quiz, and then we'd listen, and that was their listening activity
Okay,
for the day.
good.
So any new words there, and that was our vocabulary word, or anything that was in the book that we didn't know, or any conversation, or just.
Are we going to use Burlington English anymore?
No,
Okay.
it was cut.
So we won't have access.
No, but we do have USA Learns and what was the other one you told me about?
USA Learns.
USA
There's one on
Learns,
Cambridge University that's free also.
Cambridge University.
And it's absolutely free. I'll get you the information.
Okay,
My skills tutor.
Ah, thank you. My Skills Tutor.
Skills tutor.
But you'll send that information out to us, right?
Yes.
Or let me see, it's the USA Learn.
So they won't have lab time?
tutor.
No.
Okay.
Now, if you wanted to
My
work
Skills
in
Tutor.
some lab time, maybe on that second hour,
Use some
you
of these.
could.
Well, could you?
You know, you don't want to do too much lab time just
Yeah.
because we're so limited on class time. But if there's something specific that you're wanting your students to do, I think that would be acceptable.
Most of mine got where they didn't really use their lab time much.
Yeah.
Cambridge University.
Cambridge University, and remind me, girls, send me an email, or Debbie, you're real good about reminding me to do things, send me a text message and I'll look it up, because it was something that Lynette has shared with us. But it was a really good one that they could set up their account, and it went, if they didn't finish a lesson, I think that's the way it went, if they didn't finish a lesson, they wouldn't let them go on to the next one. So that's something that they can work at home
Yeah.
as a
Perfect.
supplemental source for them.
And maybe
Doing
these,
civics
these two
anymore?
would have something with.
No, we're just focusing.
This book. Okay, that makes it simple.
Yeah, because y'all
It
think about
does,
an
yeah.
hour and 15 minutes is nothing.
It's
But I
not.
think if you do like listening, like as far as like you can do listening, like where they're like talking to each other or listening to each other or whatever, but also utilizing one of these sites too, where they could listen, you know, also, because it helps, I think, with different accents and different things, you know.
I mean, an hour and 15 isn't much, but if we come in and start class right
Yeah.
on
Oh,
time,
yeah.
we're not going to wait on stragglers. It starts at 9 now. It's not an excuse, oh, my kid, I had to take him to school.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
think
at
that's a
9
good time.
o'clock. So if we
Yeah.
start right on time
Yeah.
and really utilize that,
I think there's been some adjusting.
It
We're
will.
used to having the whole 4 hours.
Yes.
well, I had an hour and 50-minute class, and boy, the summer, it flew
I
by.
bet.
By the time we got started, it was over.
So the same people are going to come every day.
Yes,
Yes.
So it won't be twice a week, it'll be 4 times.
4 days a week.
Every night. Or evening, wherever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we all doing Monday through Thursday?
Okay, so what advid strategies do you want to use besides the ones that we put for you? The vocabulary wall, what else? Have y'all found anything where the students will get up and walk around? Did you see the puzzle maker, where they read different paragraphs and become the expert on it? I did that in my class. We did it at that workshop on East Campus, and I came back and did it with my class, and I said, you're the expert on this paragraph. You're the expert on... And then, you know, they went around in their groups, and so Debbie Little would explain everything that went on with that paragraph. And then she would move on, and somebody else in her group would stay. So you made rounds all the way through, and by the time you went to every group, you learned the whole thing without having to read the whole or the whole passage yourself.
Is that the
Jigsaw.
jigsaw? Yeah, I've
Oh, is
used
that
the
what it's
jigsaw.
called?
I called it puzzle. Jigsaw.
It's on page 115.
Page 115.
I love
Jigsaw.
the one, I can't remember what it was called, where you had the two panels of people standing up and facing each other. What was that called?
Oh, and you had to decide how much you agree?
Yes,
We
agree,
did that in
disagree,
class.
did the
Oh my
Frida
gosh, that was a
Kahlo.
heated conversation.
Yes, that was fun.
It was fun. I don't remember
there's
what
the
it was
gist
called.
of it.
I don't remember it. The reflection, or no?
It was like a debate, but it wasn't a debate.
Right.
They kept saying, it's not a debate, it's
It's
not.
not a debate.
It was fun. I can't remember what it was called, though.
We did that over Moby Dick. That, do you think that he had, you know, as animal rights, some were some animal right activists and then the other ones were not. And that was a very heated conversation. Well, why do you think, and, yeah. I don't know which one it is.
You had
though.
to support your idea, come up with your reason and support the idea.
No, it's not, I don't think it's a Socratic one. I don't know which one.
Was it the Socratic seminar? Is that
What page is that, Melanie?
97?
Yes, it is.
I thought so. I was thinking it was some philosopher.
Like if you were, you had to use that.
Okay,
like,
so look,
I believe,
look at page
Oh, I
97 and
remember
think about
that.
how you would
had where
use
it said
that.
say, Yeah.
Because I had to say
In my
I.
opinion, yeah.
Oh, it also teaches, yeah, I'm glad you said that. It also taught the right way to have a disagreement.
Yes.
I feel like,
Yes.
not like, you're wrong.
Yeah, you're like totally wrong.
Yeah.
And I had to pick the one I really didn't believe, because we didn't have enough people to do that, so I had to come up with
Oh,
ideas
yeah,
of
I remember that.
why I really thought it was okay to have a Frida Kahlo Barbie doll.
So how would we use this in our classroom? How would we change it up and use it in our classroom?
let me see, what's week over one?
I mean, well, you could do it with like something that you're, an article or whatever that you're reading, but, I mean, you could also use that like with, if you're picking out like the correct verb tense to use and different, oh, well, why'd you choose this one? Why did you choose this, you know, and stuff, so. It's a wide range of things you could use it for.
Or what about even like week one, it's talking about holidays and celebrations. Do you think American celebrations or holidays are better than from your, you know, country of origin?
That's a really
You
good
know,
one.
what, how do you feel, the differences in the family culture? The difference, American versus, you know, Cuban? What are the differences?
They're right here with soccer, you know.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with American football?
No.
That's what I get.
Besides, do they get paid too much?
Yeah.
And then you have to learn how to say, in my opinion, or I think, or I believe.
So today was about only curriculum. Tomorrow we'll do orientation.